everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time I'm going to be reviewing the Mia's Secret Professional Acrylic Nail Kit. So as you guys know, not too long ago I posted saying that Mia's Secret finally reached out to me, and I'm just not having time to actually review the kit. What I want to do today is basically just do an unboxing of the kit, as well as, you know, an actual set using the kit, because I want to see if this is exactly everything that you need to do a full set of nails. Alrighty, so first things first is this kit is going to be on two separate websites, which are Mia's Secret's official vendors. So the first website is nailbrushsupply.com. This kit on there is $89.99, and there's a promo code for 12% off, which is Get Nail 32. And then it's also going to be on trendscolors.com. Which the kit is $79.99, and there's not a promo code for that website. So after using the promo code, it's really going to be about the same price. So if one sold out, you could always, you know, find it on the other website as well. So as you can see on the back of the box, it shows you everything that it has, and then it also comes with a list. So again, what I want to do today is just test this out to see if this is actually everything that you need as a beginner. So the first thing on here that I can see is that it comes with forms. It has the cuticle oil, hand sanitizer, it has a primer, a nail prep, it has the tip cutter. It looks like it comes with 3 different colored acrylics. It comes with nail glue, top coat, 3 nail files, a nail brush, a cuticle pusher, wooden orange wood sticks. It comes with a white acrylic, pink, clear, and a color in a color beige. It also comes with a monomer, a buffer, a nail brush or dust brush, and it comes with natural nail tips, white nail tips, clear nail tips, and the dapping dish. So everything is listed on here as well. And then I also forgot to mention the wipes. So everything is mentioned below. Again, this kit is $89.99 on brushnailsupply.com, and it's $79.99 on trendscolors.com. And of course, I'll be sure to leave all of that information down in the description. Again, this is what it looks like in the front. And for some reason, Mia's Secret has a website, but they don't sell products directly from their website, which is weird to me. But again, those two websites that I mentioned are official vendors for Mia's Secret. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it. I haven't opened it at all yet. I wanted to wait until I did this video. But again, the main point of this video is just to see if this is exactly everything that you need as a beginner. That way, you know, I can actually have something to recommend people to, because I know a lot of people always ask me if I know of any good kits, which I don't know that many good ones. So as you can see, so far we have 2 little boxes, and then it looks like it's some stuff in there as well at the top, if I can get it out. So it looks like the files are at the top, and the nail brush. I'm gonna go ahead and rip this off. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. So we have 3 nail files. We have a 150-150, we have a 180-180, and we have a 100-100. So remember, the higher the number, the less cores, and then the lower the number, the more cores the file is going to feel. So this one feels a lot more cores, and then the 180 is going to be a little bit more finer. So again, the higher the number, the less cores, and then the higher the number, the more cores the nail file. So this one would be used if you don't have a drill, then you would just file the nails with the hand file, and you would use a 180, and then to shape the nails you would use a 100-100, because it's a lot more coarse. You could use a 180 for everything, or even a 100-100 for everything, or whichever one, but you know, depending on what you're doing, it might take a little bit longer to finish your work. After that, we have a brush. So it is, let's see, it just looks like this. It comes in a little plastic tube. It has, let's see, okay, so it's a number 80R. And it just looks like that. And of course I'll have to make sure that I clean it off really good because it's pretty hard, which means that it has that resin on it. Okay, so it also comes with a little dapping dish, and then we have a colored acrylic in the color Disco, which is like a orangey reddish color. This is cute. We also have another glitter. This is actually a glitter acrylic in the color Gelastic. And then we have another glitter, which is also really pretty. This is more of a gold color, and this one's like a silver and purple, and this one is in the color Sunshine. We also have the cover beige color, the cover color. We have the pink acrylic powder, which is the one that I always use. We have the clear, or sorry, the white, which is in the color French white. We also have the clear powder. So let's see, the cover color, the white and the pink come in a 1/2 ounce bottle, and then the clear one comes in an ounce bottle. We also have the monomer, which is a 2 ounce bottle that looks like this. And then I have the nail glue, hand sanitizer, and then in the other box we have, I'm just gonna dump it out. So it's actually a lot of stuff in this kit. We have the different nail tips. So we have clear, we have white, and the natural ones. Or actually, I think both of these are white. Let's see. Yeah, these are both actually white. These are the Royal Square, and then these are Royal Fancy. I'm not really sure what the difference. Oh, okay, I can tell the difference. So these are a little bit more square, and then these are a little bit more narrow, but they're both white. And then again, these are just plain clear. Next we have the cuticle pusher, which comes like this, and it is actually a 2-in-1 flat nail pusher. So one side is the actual pusher, the other one's more of like you know, to clean around the cuticle area. We also have the nail prep, which is like a dehydrator, and then we also have the primer. And I've actually never used the Mia Secret primers. As you guys know, I always use the OPI. We also have the top coat, which is an acrylic top coat, and this one actually requires no lamp, so we don't have to cure this one. It also comes with quite a few different, or quite a few forms. They're all the same. I'm not sure how many is in here. I'll have to look at the box. Let's see. No, it doesn't even say how many forms, but it looked like it's quite a few. Let's see, we have the buffer, which looks like this. We have a little stack of wipes, and these are just used to clean the nails. So instead of using alcohol wipes, I could just use this and the hand sanitizer to wipe the nails off after I'm done. It also comes with a nail brush, which looks like this. This is just to remove the dust. It comes with a dropper, and this is just to put your monomer into the little dapping dish without spilling it. It comes with the 3 orange wood sticks. We also have the tip cutter, which looks like this. We have the cuticle oil, which is really pretty, has flowers inside, and then I think that's it. So honestly, today I think that I'm gonna be using let me see her nails. See, she already has long nails, so we're gonna keep those long natural nails that she have on. So most likely I'm gonna be doing an overlay, or I might be using my nail forms to extend her nails, or honestly, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna just use all of these products. Again, I'm gonna try to use, you know, just everything in here and not use any of my stuff at all, to make sure that, you know, if you buy this kit, you won't have to buy anything else. But I know for a fact that most likely I'm not gonna use nail tips because she already has those long nails. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those over to the side. I'm thinking about using some of these glitters. I'm leaning more towards the gold one. Let's see, I probably would use the cover beige and the white and the clear. So most likely I might be doing an ombre, and then I'm gonna go ahead and keep the primer and the nail prep out. I won't use the tip cutter because I'm doing forms. Let's see, I'm not using that or this. I won't need a glue. I can use a dropper, but I never really just use a dropper. I kind of just pour the liquid into the dapping dish, and then I'm gonna just put everything else to the side. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just get started. So of course the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna use the hand sanitizer to sanitize our hands. So I'm gonna spray my hands and her hands. Turn them over. And then after that, I'm gonna go in with the cuticle pusher. Again, it just looks like this, and it is a 2-in-1 cuticle pusher. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna use this cuticle pusher. As you can see, it says me a secret. It's metal and it's actually pretty nice and easy to hold. So I'm just gonna be pushing back her cuticles. The hand sanitizer smells good. Okay, so again, I'm just pushing back those cuticles. And as you can see, the cuticle pusher is kind of sharp, so you want to make sure that you're careful. But I know her skin is sensitive anyways, but it did cut her. Alrighty, so I'll push the cuticles back, and of course I'm not going to be using my drill, so I'm going to go in with the 180 of nail file to remove the shine from the natural nail. And when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you always start around the cuticle area first, and then working your way around the nail to make sure that you remove the shine from the natural nail really good. That way you won't have any lifting. So again, work your way around the cuticle area and make sure that you don't put too much pressure on the nail. Just be really gentle and kind of just slide the file over the top of the nail. And remember that even if you are a beginner and you don't have a drill, you don't need to have a drill if you don't want it, but it does help with speed, and then it also helps, you know, to get really close to the cuticle area when you're filing, to be able to make sure that you prevent any lifting. Alrighty, so again, I used the 180 nail file to remove the shine. So now I'm going to go in with the dust brush. Just going to go in with the dust brush to remove that dust. And then also when you do that, make sure that you check the nail. As you can see there, it's still pretty shiny on the side. So if I would have left it like that, most likely I would get lifting. So make sure that you go back in and double check after you dust the nails off. Alrighty, so same thing for this one, just dusting it off and making sure we go back in and check to make sure that we have no shiny spots around the nail. And this is why I like using the drill better, because with the drill I can just go in right around that cuticle area. But with the hand file, it's a little bit harder to go in there and do that. So you have to make sure that you go in and double check for any shiny spots. Alrighty, so before I start the acrylic, since I did push back her cuticles and she had a couple of or she had some dead skin on some of them, I am going to go in with some nippers. Now the kit did not come with nippers, so you would definitely need to get you a pair of nippers to remove some of that dead skin, because if I would, like, if I leave it on there and the acrylic gets, you know, on the cuticle area, most likely we will get lifting. Alrighty, so I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. I am going to go ahead and reshape her nails. I'm going to keep her length, but I'm going to do them a little bit more squared. As you can see, her nails are pretty rounded. So I'm just going to give it a gentle reshape. And for this, I'm also using the 180 nail file. You don't want to use anything too coarse when you're working with the natural nail. Alrighty, so again, we're just reshaping the nails since they are pretty rounded. We're just giving them a squared shape, kind of like a square rounded shape. Alrighty, so now I'm just gonna go in with the dust brush and just dust them off really good. And then after that, usually I don't do a nail prep, which is the dehydrator, but since it comes with the kit, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And the nail prep you always do before the primer, so this one you just apply over the natural nail, and if you had tips, remember you only apply it on the natural nail, and make sure that you don't get it on the skin, because if they have any cuts, it will burn them. And what this does is just basically remove any of the oils on the natural nail. After the nail prep, I'm going to go in with the primer, and this is the Extra Bond. And this is a primer, which is a no burn acid free primer. And this is just what helps the acrylic adhere better to the natural nail. So we're just applying it on the natural nail as well. Alrighty, so after that, we're gonna go in with a paper towel. So that's something else that it doesn't come with. It doesn't come with anything for you to wipe your brush off when you're doing acrylic, but I'm just using my usual paper towels, which are the Viva paper towels. Next, I think instead of doing the ombre, I think I'm just going to be using the clear and the sunshine colored acrylic. And I guess this is part of their Galaxy collection, which I didn't even know they had, but it's just glitter. Alrighty, so this is what it looks like. So it's a mixture of like the holographic silver glitter pieces as well as gold. And this one already has acrylic in it, so I don't have to dip my brush into the powder and then into the glitter because it already comes with the glitter. And then again, this one is just the clear. And then I'm gonna use my little dapping dish and the monomer. I'm gonna use my dropper since it comes with one. And I'm just gonna put the monomer in the dapping dish. And usually for a full set, I only use like one dapping dish. And then of course, if they're longer, then you're gonna need a little bit more. But only, you know, use the small dapping dishes, because if not, you will waste a lot of monomer. So next, I need to clean my brush off. So I'm just gonna dip it into the monomer, wipe it off on my paper towel, because we know that when we break in a new brush, they usually come with like resin that they use to hold the brush together. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and what I think I'm gonna do is just like a glitter ombre. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip my brush into the liquid, dip it into the glitter, placing it right at the tip, making sure that I pat it down and then brushing it down towards the tip, and then also making sure that we blend it up towards the middle of the nail. And then I can also see that it comes with like bigger chunks of gold pieces. It's like a mixture of different golds, and then I also threw in a little bit of that silver glitter. Alrighty, and I'm gonna go ahead and do all of the tips. So again, dip my brush into the liquid, dip it into the acrylic or into the powder, placing the bead right at the tip, patting it down, making sure we spread it over the entire tip, and then blending it towards the middle of the nail. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing for the other ones. And of course, you could have used the tips, or you can use the tips or even the forms that it comes with. But since she already had pretty long nails, I wanted to just go ahead and use her nails instead of adding anything to them. So this is just gonna be basically an acrylic overlay. And so far the brush is working really good. Remember that when you're doing nails, you want to invest into a good brush. You don't want to just go to Sally's, because even their brushes are really cheap. So I would recommend just going ahead and investing in a good brush. And then also with this kit, even though the containers are pretty small, you know, after you finish like the products, you will still have the tip cutter, you will have the brush, you will have the dust brush, and there's other stuff that you're going to be able to use for a while. I know the primer, you know, lasts a long time, but you know, of course the monomer and the powder or the polymer is not going to last you forever, but it's going to be able to give you enough sets to where you're going to be able to determine if you like the Mia Secret systems or not. So honestly, as of right now, I do recommend this kit. It comes with a lot of products and it's not a bad price. Alrighty, so once I finish doing all of the tips just like this, you can go in and do the clear. Honestly, I feel like when I'm doing ombre, it's easier to always just do the tips first and then come back with the other color. And to encapsulate this, I'm just going to be using the Mia Secret Clear. We just place the bead closely to the cuticle area, patting it down and then brushing it down towards the tip. Remember that when you're encapsulating glitter or anything, you want to make sure that it's thick enough to where you're not going to be falling off any of your encapsulated items, whether it's glitter, flowers, whatever the case may be. You want to make sure that you apply that coat thick enough so you don't fall it off. Okay, so this is what it turns this on. This is what it looks like from the side. So it's still kind of thin. So I'm just going to go in with another bead just to give it a nice little apex. And whenever you're doing an overlay, the nails do not have to be super thick because you want them to look, you know, really natural. But you also want to make sure that it has a nice apex. That way, just like, you know, nails with tips, you don't want them to break off really easily. And then flat nails just in general are not cute. Okay, so just like that. Here's how it looks like from the side. Turn it over. This is from the top, so as you can see, it's not super thick. It still looks like her natural nail, but it just has that glitter over it. So if you're looking for a way to strengthen your nails, then this would definitely be a good route to go. Or you could always do the dip. I know somebody asked me a question about that earlier, and honestly, I've never done the tip or the dip, but I've heard that it's actually pretty good. Alrighty, so we finished doing this hand. So again, I did the tip with the glitter, and then I came back in and filled in the bag with the clear acrylic. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other hand. As you can see, I did use all of the monomer because this brush, actually it's a pretty good brush, but it's not as flat. I know that I do have to train it, you know, after using it a few times. I want to make sure that I keep it flat on one side. But it also absorbs a lot of liquid, so that's why I used the whole dapping dish. So I'm gonna go ahead and get more. I just filled it up halfway again. And then again, this bottle is pretty small. It's a 2-ounce bottle, but I feel like you have enough products to where you can do, you know, ombre nails. You can do the pink and white nails. You can do just all clear nails. You can do glitter nails. So you have a lot of options as far as, you know, what you can do with this kit, which is one thing that I really like about it. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on this hand. Again, we're just doing the glitter at the tips, and then we're going to come back and do the clear at the back. Alrighty, so we did all of the tips, so now I'm gonna go in with the clear. Alrighty, so I finished doing the other hand. So again, I used the glitter acrylic in the color Sunshine from their Galaxy collection. I also used the clear acrylic. And then also you can see the difference in the sizes. So the colored acrylic comes in the 1/4 of an ounce containers. The cover color, the cover color, the white and the pink come in 1/2 ounce bottles, and then the clear comes in an ounce bottle. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those over to the side, and then of course we're gonna just go ahead and clean out the little dapping dish. And after that, I'm gonna go in and use the same 180 file to reshape the nails, because remember, after we apply the acrylic, sometimes we get those little rough edges, or even the acrylic just takes away from our shape. So we're just gonna go in and redefine the shape. Alrighty, so after we've reshaped all of the nails, I'm going to go in with that same 180 file, and I'm just going to be filing all of the nails. Remember that when you're doing this, you want to first focus on the cuticle area, making sure that we file really good. That way we get no lifting, and then also making sure that we file the rest of the nail to make sure they're all nice and smooth. So same as always, going around the cuticle area from the right side over to the left side, making sure that you're really careful not to cut their cuticle area, because you can, especially if they have really sensitive skin. So make sure that you're really careful when you're going around the cuticle area. Alrighty, so I finished filing this hand. They're all nice and smooth, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other hand. So again, we start around the cuticle area, working our way from the right side over to the left side. And as you can see, you want to make sure that you're moving your client finger as you're filing. That way you go in like a perfect C around that cuticle area, and then of course just filing the rest of the nail to make sure that it's all even. Alrighty, so after we finish filing all of the nails, I'm going to go in with the buffer, and we're just going to go in and buff the nails really good. Remember, this is to get rid of any of the scratches left on the nail from the hand file. So after we finish buffing the nails, I'm going to go in with the dust brush just to remove all of that dust. I'm going to go ahead and also just clean my area and remove all of that dust that's left on there. And then I'm going to go in with one of these little wipes. I'm going to spray it with the hand sanitizer, and I'm going to use this to clean up the nails, to remove any of that dust that's left on the nail. And it actually smells really good. I'm not sure what scent it is, but it smells really good. It smells like berries. Alrighty, so after we finish doing that, we're gonna just go in with the acrylic top coat, and again, it does not require a UV lamp, so it will air dry. And we're just going to be applying this on all of the nails. So same thing on the other hand. Again, we're just applying the top coat. Alrighty, so I just finished applying it on the other hand, and y'all, this top coat dries really fast. I don't know that it's completely dry, but it's to the point where I can touch on it and it's not messing up at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the cuticle oil. As you can see, it has little flowers in there and it's really cute. So I'm just gonna apply that around the cuticle area and just massage it in. Alrighty, y'all, so here is the final look. As you can see, they look really pretty. Again, we used the glitter acrylic on the tips and then the clear on the back, and I did not have to use any of my products at all because it literally came with everything that you need to do a full set. And then also, even just with this kit, I think it would give you a good 10 sets just with these products, because you're able to do, whether it's a clear set with the clear nail tips, it comes with the white tip, so you can do a white tip set, you can do the colored acrylics, you can do an ombre with the cover color and the white. Like, there are just a number of things that you can do. And then you could always do overlays, you can do the forms, you can do the 3 different tips that it come with. And then even after you use your products, you will still be left with your dust brush, you'll be left with the cuticle pusher, the tip cutter, and even the brush, which is of really good quality. And I honestly really recommend this if you're looking for a kit as a beginner that includes everything that you need to do a full set. It is definitely worth your 80 or 70, or which is, what is it, 89 or $79 that it's worth. So again, I'll be leaving all of that information down in the description for anyone that's interested. And here is just a final look of what they look like. Turned out really pretty, and we only use the products that were in the kit. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at GetNailed32, and I'll see you guys next time.